What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping. Steve here, Shen RC, Mad Van. What I'm going to do today with this Mad Van is we're going to try a few different tires and wheels on it just for the hell of it. You can see I put these on. Looks pretty cool with these Super Swamper 1.9 tires. These were for my CC01. And I just slapped them on here. Mike Moreno's here. What's up? Clayton, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. And I'm going to just try a few different wheel combos with tires I have here, just for the hell of it. And then I got the wheel balancers here. And I'm going to balance the wheels here. Hold on a second. This is an Integy model. This goes on. I had a video, like, I think not my last video. It might be my last video. It shows how I do it, but I'm going to do it to the Mad Van because they're a little off balance. Anyway, this is an Integy one. And this is here is a Dubro balancer here. This one works differently. You put the axle through the wheel and then it goes in like this and then you spin it. But this model here could hold a big wide tire, like a big monster truck tire. This one, probably this tire would be its limit because it's not much wider. So Dubro and Integy, if you guys are looking for balancers. Let me put this one aside. Then I'm also going to do a break-in on the motor here. I'll show you that. Geo1's here saying hello. Hello, what's up? RC Masters in the house. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. I think I want to get more of the table in here. That's good enough, I guess. Bulgar RC, what's up? Island RC Dukes here. Thanks for stopping in. Well, anyway, I just want to, like I said, I'm going to bolt a few different wheels and tires on this thing. I actually like this look here. These are the 1.9 Mudslingers. And these were for my CC01 Pajero. I run them in the mountain, but I just wanted to hook them up to see what they look like. I'm going to hook a few different sets of wheels and tires on here. I have a couple that'll fit. And let's see what the hell the difference looks like compared to stock with the monsters. And then with the different ones. I got my wrench here. So we're going to try a few different wheels. Let me adjust the camera real quick. I want it to point a little down further so I could get more of the table here. Did that work? Or was it worse? Did I move it the wrong way? Hold on, guys. Let me pull it back a little bit. That's better, I guess. My head will get cut off sometimes, but it would be nice to drift. Yeah, I was thinking of putting the drift tires on here. But did you see my other comment in the last video? RC Master, it's hard for me when I'm working to see all the comments. Yesterday there was a lot of people on, so I missed a lot of stuff. I try to look in on it and see, but I missed stuff. Well, I think they look pretty cool. You guys like the look of that? I thought they looked cool on it. Was also thinking about sprucing this beauty up, cutting my sticker and maybe putting a Shen RC on there. Somehow rounding the edges. I don't know. They give you the extra sticker set, but I don't want to pull all these off. It's crazy. They make you pull them all off. Looks cool. All right, let's try some other wheels and tires on here. I got my Mad Bug. Let's see what these beauties look like on there real quick. Let me get the tool there. I got like 3 different types. I have an on-road type on that. This one here, I want to try these on there too because I think it might look cool. So we'll try it out real quick. And then we'll get to balancing the tires. But first I'll do the break-in of the Mad van motor. These are funny. These you have to take off with a hex. They screw in. They don't have a nut like a normal one. Let's see what the Mad Bug tire looks like on here. These actually might look good. This is one time I wish it had axles. They look pretty good on it. There's a difference with the monster truck or these. They look pretty nice on it. I like these. The wheel and hub. Which one? The stock ones are you talking about, Robert? They look like the small wheel size, like on the lunch box I have, rather, has this smaller type wheel. But these ones are like the 2.8 size, I think. But they look pretty good on it. Not that bad. RC Master, you like these better than the Chevron tires? Let's try something else real quick. The hex on these, on the back, is the standard size like everyone uses. What is it, 14 millimeter, like Traxxas and everyone? On the Chevron, I think it's 14. It's the standard size everyone uses. I don't know if it's 14 or 12. I forgot. All right, now I'm going to try something else on here. Let me put this Mad Bug over here. I want to try these Sand Rover on-road wheels on here. I think it might look cool. RC Mass, no, they use nuts on the wheels. They use under this hex. Under this hex, they have a screw you just screw in to hold it on instead of having an axle. Let's see one of these wheels on here. I think this might look cool on the van here. Wrong one. Gotta take the back off. I forgot this don't use the hex in it. I think these will look cool on it. Check these little beauties on it. If you wanted a street fan, they actually do look neat. Yeah, it's a Kyosho. Check out that. That's pretty cool looking. If you wanted a street van, I guess, those are pretty neat. Probably lose a lot of speed though because they're so much smaller. All right, one more wheel I want to try here, and then I'm gonna do the motor break-in. I'll show you guys how to do it. It's always good to break in the motors before you get any brushed RC. It makes them last longer. Because if you just use it out of the box and you give it gas when it's on the ground, it puts strain. The brushes ain't laying on the motor's commutator all the way, and there's only a little bit of the material, the brush material is only hitting. When you floor it, puts strain. It creates a big arc spark, and it fouls up the commutator. So it's good to break it in so it hits more surface area. I'm just gonna put these on real quick. I'll leave the nuts off of that. All right, one more I want to try real quick and show you guys that I have here. From this, I think these may look nice on it. So I'm gonna try these real quick. I think these might look sweet on it. And I think they're about the same size too. How do those look? And they're about the same size. Yeah, hair lower, but they look pretty good on it. Let's see something here. Let me adjust this. They're pretty nice. All right, let me put the let me just take all the tires off and the wheels now. RC Master, my TRX4 motor loves shooting sparks out. If you break it in properly from the beginning, it should last a lot longer. Hey, Big Papa Paul's, our radio controlled adventures in the house. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. It's cool, a van, because you could toy around with all these different tires and wheels. Let me just put these on so I don't lose them. The nuts here. This is the MAD Bug. This is the version of this phaser chassis before the MAD van. I have this also, but the MAD van feels better. It's more plush. It bottoms out. The suspension moves more. A guy I'm sub to, you guys might know him, Exo Caged RC. He made this into like a crawler by locking the diffs and putting crawler tires on. I don't have my crawler here, and it worked pretty good. I imagine the MAD van, if you lock the diffs and put crawler tires because the suspension works better, I imagine this will work even better than the MAD van. I know, RC Master, I'm not tightening them up. I'm probably going to forget. I'm going to be losing wheels. All right, let me take the rest of these off, and I'm going to break it in and show you how to do it. There's a lot of ways I'll show you. The Hellcat I have is the same chassis as this. I was worried about these screwing the wheels, how you screw them on. I was worried with the on-road car, but there was no problem with it, so I guess it works. All right. There's my other tire. These are funny. I don't know if you've watched yesterday. These are the same exact, almost 100%, the same exact as the lunchbox type tires, same size, almost looking identically the same, but they're softer. Yeah, the Mad van's gonna take off. Tony CCXRC did a nice video on it, jumping. I think he's gonna sell a lot of these for Kyosho from that video. I'll take the body off here. I'll just show you again the chassis real quick. These pull off. The end hexes pull off. I'll show you what they look like under here. You see that? That's what they look like. This is the chassis. All right, everything's off right now. Now here's how you're going to break it in. There's two ways of doing it. This is the cheap, easy way to do it, but I always suggest taking the tires off when you break it in this way. You put a battery in. Plug it up, turn your radio on, turn your car on. Now you get your throttle trim, and you just barely turn your throttle trim like that. Just a little bit. And you run it like that for probably, I'm going to do it from 10, maybe 20 minutes should be good enough. And the best way to do it is you take your motor directly out, but I'm not going to bother with this. I do it with other ones. You take your motor out and you run it on like 3 volts, and you run it for like 20, maybe even up to 45 minutes to let it break in the brushes properly, seat into the comm. That's another way of doing it. And if you do it underwater, that's another method. Don't run it long because the water will make your brushes wear out really quick. So maybe like try 5-minute intervals, 10 minutes. Don't go like a half hour, 45 minutes. It'll just eat up your brushes on a lot of motors. So you don't want to do the underwater running as much for a break. And a dry motor out, you could do it like 20, 45 minutes, even an hour or more on some motors. But this here, if you just want to buy it, put it out of the box, and just, like I said, if you bought it, just turn this up a little bit, make it run forward, leave it for like 10, 20 minutes. That's good enough. And I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to put it somewhere else so you guys don't hear it, okay? So I'm just going to turn it up. And that's it. I'm going to let this run probably for like 15, 20 minutes. Let me go put this away so you don't hear it. All right, I put it on the other side of the garage here. I don't know if you guys could still hear it or not. F1 says he changed the shocks to 15 weight oil, much better handling and less body slaps and jump. Front needs a strong. Thanks for coming in, F1. If that's or FI. Yeah, I took my shock apart because it was leaking a little bit, and I looked at the fluid in there. It was really watery. I'm thinking it's maybe like, it looks like 10 weight. So I guess if you want to make it a little softer, like to bottom out less, you probably put, like you said, 15, 20 weight, probably be a lot better. You hear it? All right, maybe I won't do the breaking. That's how you do it. So I'm just gonna shut it off so you guys don't hear it. Let me go shut it off. I didn't think you guys would hear it from that far, but I guess you do. Olive oil is not good to use because olive oil in the cold, it'll get thick. Silicone they use because when you go in different temperatures, it remains consistent. It don't get thin or thick. If you use regular oil or olive oil, and olive oil might eat the rubber seals too. It'll get, if you go in the cold, it'll get so thick your suspension won't work if you drive in snow. All right, I guess I'm going to be balancing them now. Let me clean up this little spot here. Let me get my tools here. Rubbing alcohol. Also, this Integy balancer comes with a bag. They give you like 4 more different units that go in to hold different types of wheels and tires, like the bigger hexes, like the 1/8 and 1/5 scales and stuff. So it's pretty good. Oh. I'm going to use the same method I used on my Fox that I showed you in my last video. The big Mad Force wheels and tires. What I did here is some fishing weights. You can see them here. I got some fishing weights and I smashed them flat so I could cut them up to different size. There's all different ways you could do this. They sell clay, weight clay for balancing. I also sometimes I just get the little chips of the lead weights and I'll shoe glue them in spot where needed. Sometimes I'll put the clay over, like modeling clay. But this time I'm going to use the same method as in my last video. I got this Gorilla tape. It's the same type of kind of tape as that Flex Seal tape, whatever the heck that is, Flex Seal. It's real sticky. So what I do is I get a piece of weight. Say if I needed this weight, I'll cut a piece of this and I'll just put it like that, a little bit over, and I'll stick it on the wheel to hold it on. And that works also. So that's how I'm going to do these. FI is saying Kyosho suggests 100 CPS, but I think it's a little light. Yeah, I think it was so light. It's really light. Like you could actually feel and hear it spray through the piston holes. I think a little bit heavier might be good. You had one leaky shock and needed to tighten the bottom cap. Yeah, I think the thin oils kind of comes through easy passing the seals under pressure. But anyway, here is how you do these. You get the balancer with this adapter. They don't sell them. Well, they give you in the kit like 4 more different sizes. This is the size that fits this wheel. You just bolt it through like how you do on your axle. You screw this on. Just like that. You tighten it up, and then it's just like on tight. Then you put it in here like this. It has ball bearings, 2 ball bearings. And then you spin it, and it should stop wherever this stops. Is where the heavy spot will be on the bottom here. Then you want to mark the top, and that way you'll know where to put the weight inside the wheel at the top. You can see this one. It's heavy right there on the bottom. So you would mark the top, and then you'd put the weight on the top. But I want to clean this back of this wheel out with some rubbing alcohol first so everything sticks good. Just a little rubbing alcohol on a napkin. And just clean the back of the wheel. So that way whatever you're using sticks better. What does that 100 CPS stand for in regular, like 10 weight, 20 weight? How does that work? I know it's different. So you clean that out with the alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and you're ready to go. Now you're going to put this in here after this dries. And you're going to let it go, spin it up a little bit. Get a marker here. And you can see it stops, then it goes down. It's the heavy spot. It should rock back down soon. There it goes. This should be it. Rocking down. And wherever that stops, that's the, oh, it's 10 weight. Yeah, that's really thin. When I opened mine, I shook the shock a little bit. It was like water. I was like, oh my God. Probably a 20 weight would be nice in there, I bet you. You see how that's stopping right there? And just let it go. Now, the bottom here is the heavy part, so you want to add the weight on the top. So what I do is you could get like a chalk, like a marker or something, but I'm just going to use this pen right here. And you won't be able to see it, but I will. And I just mark the sidewall so I know where to add the weight. Now you can see, well, you guys might not see it because it's hard. You could use like a crayon or something, but with this marker, you'll see the little shiny mark. I could see it easily. That's where I got to add the weight now and there. Now, when I add the weight, I'm just going to use a little piece of this masking tape to hold it real quick in place just to get the idea of it. Because like I said, if I had the clay, it would be easier. You just press a piece of clay in there. So I'm going to start with a little piece like this, and I'm just going to cut it in half and see what it does. You may have to add more or cut it less. You have to keep testing it. You don't have to get them 100% perfect neither. You can see how it keeps spinning now. It's probably a lot closer balanced. This looks like it's still a little bit too light. Yeah, see it stopped in the same spot, so it's a little bit too light. Yeah, the clay stuff they have, some of the clay stuff actually has like weight in it too, like material, like a heavy material. It sticks on there. It don't feel like it sticks good, but once it's on there, it don't really come off unless you dig it off. See, this is showing me I need more weight. So I'm going to try a little bit heavier piece here. I'm going to cut a piece of this here. I may have to add 2. I'm going to put another little piece in there with it. It's nice when you find out what works. You get that shoe glue, and then you could glue them in place. That works really good. I don't have none of that here, so I'm going to try it like I did my other ones. Now, man, this one's off balance a lot. It's still too light, so I'm going to have to add even more. But even though you just did it like this, adding that weight, it'll make your car run much smoother, but you could go and get it a little better or perfect if you want to. Let me see. I'm going to try these 2 big pieces together and see what this does. F1, yeah, once you get them balanced, like, you don't have to get them perfect, but even like 95% or 98, it works so much better. Let's see what that did. I put an extra large piece in there. You still need more. This one bounced a lot. That's why when you get your car, that's when I got this the other day when I was live, I held it in my hand and I floored it and I felt it all vibrate and I knew right away the wheels were out of balance. But I can feel just from doing that, this is a lot smoother than it was before. All right, so we need a little bit more. So I'm going to try these pieces here. If I can't use the tape method because these wheels are kind of small and there's a lot of weight on here, I'm going to CA glue these on. And then when I go to the store, I'm going to pick up a tube of that goop glue and I'll put a thin layer over it to hold them down. That way it'll be easier to hold these in place. So that's what you could do also. That's really a better way of doing it. If you don't have room with, like, you can't tape them, like how I'm trying to use this tape, I don't think it'll work on these small ones. Too easy, but then again, I may be wrong. It might work. All right, let's see. With 3 weights on there. Yeah, this looks like it's almost balanced. See how slow it's turning now? This is close. And you can feel it in your balancer when you hold it. It shouldn't wobble too much. You can see how crooked this is. They put this tire on, that's why. So that's pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'm going to try holding them in place with a little dab of CA glue first. And then I'll try to put this tape over it. And like I said, if you can't do this with the tape, you could just cover them with a thin layer of that goop shoe glue. All right, I'm just going to put a little dab of this here. All right, you could see, I don't know if you guys could see it. Let me show you. I CA glued them to hold them there. But if I can't put this tape over them like I want to hold them down, I'm going to leave them like this, and I'm just going to go to the store and pick up a tube of that goop glue because I ran out. And what you do is you get a little, like a toothpick, and you just go over the top of them real thin and make sure on the rim you hit a little area, and that stuff ain't coming off unless you pull it really hard. That's how I usually do it, and it works really good. But on those bigger tires I did on my other video, this worked really nice, the tape. There's not a lot of room, and especially because this one was off balance so much with that many weights, it's hard to cover over it. So you'll let that dry. So that's how you do it. The super glue takes a while, and it'd be good if I had that spray, the Zap spray. And you can see how it spins now. This is much better. You could see how it kind of stops almost in every position. It's much smoother now. I'm gonna leave this one like this, like I said, and I think I'm gonna get the glue for this one, the shoe glue, to coat them, just a hair. And let's see if the other ones are balanced a little bit better. Maybe you won't need so many weights. Rick Johnson, what's up? Thanks for more great tips. You're welcome. No one realizes when you balance the tires on your RCs, I mostly do it to anyone. Like if I have an RC car and you hold it up and you floor it and you feel it vibrate a lot, sometimes the A-arm will go up and down like this and wiggle. When you leave your wheels unbalanced, it's like your real car. You'll be riding, it'll be wiggling so much that it wears out the ball bearing in the end that it connects on. It'll wear out the plastic like carrier where the pins go through in the A-arm. Everything wears more, and also the tires wear out much more too. And also if you like jumping, especially with big truck tires like these and bigger, when you got them off balance, I don't know if you guys ever see anyone's video where they jump their big truck. where their tires are spinning and you see them at around it, or the whole truck's kind of going like that. That's because they're out of balance so bad. And especially if you get water in them and you don't have the holes on the outside, like one here and one on the bottom, that'll really make them out of balance. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Let's try another one and see what happens. I'm going to put another one, see if it's not as bad. Clayton's in the house. He says, you got to get some crawlers going too. I got crawlers. I have footage saved from, it was like late October. I have to put some of the videos together. I took a couple trucks up in the mountain. I still got footage I have to work on. So there'll be crawlers. RC Mod Adventure, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Guys, hit that thumbs up for me if you can. I'd appreciate it. Helps my channel. So here's another one. Let me clean. This one's got a lot of, let me take this off because this one here, the shock was like leaking and it got like silicone fluid in it. So this one's going to be hard to clean out. I'm going to have to put a lot in here. With the rubbing alcohol, you want to clean the back of the wheel. Where you're going to put your weights on so they stick, or your modeling clay, or not the model. You could use modeling clay. I used it before. Or that special, they make like lossy and then make like a special weight balancing clay. But sometimes it's not heavy enough and you have to actually push like a lead piece of weight in there like I'm doing in the clay and cover it to balance it out, because the clay alone ain't enough, especially on the big tires and wheels. Yeah, I'll have to make the videos. I got some of cars running in the snow I have to do. I have footage also. We got a snowstorm once here. Not too much, but I took like 4 RCs out to play in it. All right. That should be sufficient. Clayton says one day I'll have to post a video of me doing some crawling. Yeah, crawling's fun. All right, now let's see this one here. Let me get the alcohol evaporated first. I'll wait till this gets there's a little water from the alcohol. All right, that should be good. Let's see if this one's as bad as that other one. The other one was pretty bad. That looks like the heavy spot right there. Let me see what it feels like. Oh, God, this one feels real bad. These are going to need a lot of weight. Oh, God. Kyosho with their tires and wheels. These are bad. Well, any weight added to the opposite side where it stops is better than nothing. Like I said, you don't have to get it 100% perfect. Anything on the opposite side will help it out. Now you can see where that stopped. I take the marker. I mark the back of the wheel. I mean the tire on the side, straight up and down. Just like that. You guys probably can't see it because I'm using a see-through regular marker, but you could use like a chalk or something. And that I'll be able to tell where I got to add the weight. And this one feels pretty off balanced. So I'm going to cut up some of this lead. I'm going to try 2 pieces real quick on it. Hold it in with a little piece of tape here. RC Mod Adventure, I love your channel. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. It's awesome. I'm going to hold these 2 pieces in with this tape and we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Oh, it's still too light. But you could tell by the way it's spinning kind of slower, it's better. Yep, I still need a little more weight. It goes to the top, that's how you know. You put it this way, to the top. Need a little more weight. These are pretty bad, these Kyosho wheels and tires. For how small they are, they're off balanced a lot. So I'm going to try adding another piece of this lead here. I'm going to cut it. I flattened it out with a fishing weight. Clayton did, but I need a crawler first. Yeah, that'll help. Can't crawl without a crawler. Add one more piece in there. Where's my X-Acto blade? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Duh. All right, now I got 3 lead weights in there I cut up. Let's see what that does. It looks like it's a little too much. I might have made a little. It's still going up. Still a little hair too light. Actually, may be good because if I add the glue on there to hold it, let me see what it feels like. Oh, there goes my X-Acto blade into the garbage. So when you think you got it pretty good, just spin it up and feel it. You can see how bad these are. Look at them move. They put the tires not on too good. Filthy Co, what's up? Thanks for stopping in, bro. These Kyosho MAD van tires are pretty bad out of balance. You can see it's going slower. Once it starts to spin like real slow, that's how you could tell when it don't stop and go real quick to the bottom. That's how you could tell you have it almost balanced. See, like I could stop it almost in every position. It barely slightly moves to the top. It's a little bit too light now. But when I add that glue on it, I'm going to cover it with shoe glue. It's probably going to be perfect. So I'm just going to glue these in right now with a little dab of super glue because I can't go over it with the tape because these wheels are too small and there's too many weights. If there was only one or something, I could do it. So I'm going to have to go, I don't have it here. I'm going to go to the store and pick up some of that goop and coat them with it. But I'm just going to put a little dab of super glue on here to hold them for now. That one's good. Sometimes you just need goop. Brad Kelman, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. I can't believe you're doing the back-to-backs for this. It's the Mad Van, brother. It's a beauty. Clayton Dees. Shen, if you were talking to me, I'm having very bad connection issues. The video isn't playing that good. Maybe try closing it out and coming back in, Clayton. Sometimes that'll help. All right, I got 2 done. These ones were pretty bad. I had to put like 3 pieces of lead in there. So Kyosho wheels and tires so far, not too good. I'm not happy with them. Try number 3 here. Let me get a napkin. Filthy Co, they were pushing out these vans too quick. Once CCXRC's video took off them launching it on those ramps, everyone started ordering the vans. They started pumping them out real quick. Okay, Island RC Duke, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it, as always. Have fun. This was rubbing alcohol, in case you guys are wondering. I just cleaned the backs of the wheels so the balance and the stuff you use, glues or tapes or whatever, clay, it will stick good. RC Master, can you list all of the reasons the tire would be off balance to avoid the problem? All my years with the RC, it's funny, I'll tell you. Say if you're gluing your tires on, and say you just happen to glue this wheel, the top of this wheel, and the top of the tire like this, and then you glue it, and it'll be off balance like hell. But if for some reason, even if you just had the rim spun the opposite way and you glued it into this tire, it could make it balanced more. They come unbalanced a lot because the tires could be heavier in one spot, and so could the wheel be a little bit. It's mostly not the wheel. It's mostly a lot. The tires are off balance. Sometimes the wheels a little bit. Depends the foam too. They could glue it and a lot of glue could get in there. But best bet when you balance, you just got to balance them. They always come. Sometimes you get lucky and I'll have one that comes pretty perfect. But it's always good to check them and balance them because they're designed, they're not balanced. Just like a real car tire. You could pay $300 for a tire and it's out of balance when they put it on the machine. Even though they made it real good and you think it's going to be perfect, your real car tire has to be balanced also. So all of them are balanced. When you get the little ones like these and stuff, it don't matter because they're so light. Or like on-road tires, a lot of them are pretty balanced where you don't have to do it. But if you're racing and stuff, guys would balance them perfect. But a lot of the times, the littler tires, you don't notice it because these are so heavy, like monster truck tires and stuff. You'll feel it like truggy tires, the 1/8 scale buggy tires. You'll feel it a lot. Crawlers, probably you don't even have to balance them because they're going so slow, like 5 miles an hour. It ain't going to matter. Filthy Kill says that video makes me laugh. Yeah, he jumped that. I was surprised in Tony's video that usually when I watch him in the yard, he always has to go and get the trucks or cars and flip them back over, like a lot of times in the video. The whole time, I don't think he flipped the Mad van once. It stood perfectly on its wheels. It never went on the lid, and he was jumping it really good. So Clayton, I read your comment. It depends how much you're looking to spend. What, like $100 or something? I have to say, if you're looking, I don't know how much you're gonna want to spend, but for $100, that the one I got over there, the ECX Doomsday, you get for $99. You could get like cheap tires and put it on there, and wheels for like $20. That thing's very capable and really good for the price. It depends on what scale you want. 1/24th, 1/10th, I don't know. Yeah, the Filthy Kill's right. The Red Cat's nice, but that also depends what type of crawler you want. Do you want a crawler, or do you want a scale truck like say like a TRX4 looking, them scale type? $40-50, probably one of those WPLs, and then you could probably upgrade it. Maybe one of those cheaper ones they have. You could buy the metal gears and stuff for it. The 1/24th crawlers are nice, like these ones. You could get them for like $59, $60, and they're real nice. They work good, but they're not going to be able to go over the big stuff, but they're cool. Something for indoor and outdoor. What size do you want? Do you want a big one, or like a 1/10 scale, or these little ones here? Like these little 1/24th ones are cheap. Earl RC, what's up? I was wondering why you tossed Brad off. I was like, what the hell is Earl doing? Well, let's see number 3 here. The other 2 were pretty bad. Let's see what the third one is. Maybe the third one's a charm. Let's see what this one does. This one doesn't look quite as bad as the other 2, I think. Something you could use inside and outside. I know they got a 1/18th scale one that ain't that bad. I forget the name of it. I have to look it up. I don't know if any of the guys know here. Scott Zill RC has the 1/18th scale ones. Oh, no, not 1/18th. I think they're 1/12th scale. Earl RC might know what one he has. They're pretty good. And you could probably get one of these 1/24 ones for probably $50 on banggood.com has them. If you search 1/24 scale crawler. So that's this one. Now I gotta mark it, like I said, right in the middle on the top, because that's the light part. And the bottom's the heavy spot. I think Earl RC might know about the 1/24 ones. What are them ones? Remember the ones Steve reviewed, the 1/24? What the heck are they called? I forgot. They're like the RGTs, but they're better with a lower gear ratio. They're a little cheaper. CR something, I forgot. Yeah, that was the CR18, and then they make the 1/24. I forgot the name of them. There's two different names of a brand. They actually work better than the $100 ECX ones. They're geared lower. I think it was an H something, I forgot. Maybe Earl knows. It's a 1/24. They come in two brands and they have like a lower gear ratio than the RGT, and they're cheaper and they're really better. No, they don't need radios. Barbecue Altered RC. Yeah, this is a lot easier. I have boats too. The boat props are harder. This is easy. You just put, like it's in the wheel thing right now, the heavy spots at the bottom here. You mark the top, like over here, wherever it is. You pull it off, and the opposite side on the bottom is heavy. So you want to put the weight on the light side on the opposite side of the heavy side. It's much easier than the boat props. Forget it. Grinding notches out of them, and I had them. I know how they work. Master, yeah, the boat props you balance, airplane props I balance, the airboats I make with the big props. If you've seen the video of my Cajun Commander, the big brushless airboat, if you look at other guys running theirs, you'll hear a loud vibrating. I got mine because I used to make airboats, my own custom homemade ones. I balance my prop because if you don't balance it, when it spins up, it vibrates the whole boat hull and it hums like a real loud vibration. I think you could find one of the 1/24 crawlers for like $49 maybe. The best bet is to go on Banggood's site and look for crawlers if that's what you want. Pick the scale like one, I don't know if they have that there. You could put 1/24 and see what they got. They may have them. All right, this is the third one, so let's see how much weight this sucker needs. All right, I got the mark on there. Let's see. I think it's going to need more than this, but I'm just holding this in with tape. Later on, I'm going to glue them in with a little coat of that goop. Oh, looks like it needs more weight. Yep. There's a nice chunk. RC Messenger, I hate Banggood. I would try eBay. And unfortunately, Banggood's the only one that sells a lot of them small ones. Yeah, you could buy the boat props pre-balanced, but they cost an arm and a leg. Add another piece here. Now it looks like I added a little bit too much, so I'm going to have to take a hair off. It's almost perfect. I could tell it's going real slow. Just a little bit too much, so I'm going to just cut a little bit off of these pieces here. It's not that hard to do this. You just got to play around. And like I said, you don't have to do it perfectly 100%. If you just get it close, you'll be happy. It'll be so much better, your truck, when you run it. Looks like I still got to take a little bit off. See how it's turning slow, though? That's when you know you almost got it balanced. 11 Charlie, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. This should be good. You can see, look, it stops in every position now. You see that? It stops in every position. Now, if I fling it, you can feel the difference. See how at around these Kyosho tires are? But I can feel right away, this feels a whole bunch smoother. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dab of super glue on there just to hold them. Then I'm going to coat it with the other glue. Little dab it is crazy here just to hold it, like I said, because I gotta get that goop glue and just put a thin little layer over it to hold these on, the weights. No videos is in the house. Thanks for stopping in. He says, great evening, entertainment. Love your videos. Late night here in Sweden. Cool. Thanks for stopping in. Former war what was it? WAQR's Works RC videos. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I have so many YouTube people I deal with now. I go crazy. Barbecue Altered RC says the thumbnail, smaller wheels look way better on the Mad van. Yeah, they look pretty cool, don't they? I guess you could run them on it. You could run anything you want. In the beginning, I switched like the street tires from this on it looked cool. I switched the Mad Bugs tires on it, looked pretty nice also, and the other ones. All right, we're on to the last one already. Let me get my rubbing alcohol and clean her up. Brad Kilman and Alvin are going at it. Come on, guys. Everyone got to get along here. It's RC. We're all into RC. We all have the same thing we love. No need for getting into arguments or anything. Just clean the alcohol with the alcohol. You clean the back of the wheel where you're sticking your weights in there. Clayton's or Shen, you got stock crawler parts from upgrades. If I would have had something here, I gave a few of the little toy, the Fei crawlers away, like the guy next door I gave one, and my niece's kid I gave one. If I would have known you wanted it, if you wanted to just pay that shipping, I would have shipped it to you and gave you the thing. As long as you pay the shipping, I don't mind. If I have something extra I ain't using here, I'd give them away some most of the times. All right, let's see wheel number 4. How this beauty is. Uh-oh. You can see it wobbling down. And that's the heavy spot. I'll let it go and I'll mark it. These guys are going at it, Brad Kelman. Just simmer down, guys. Don't argue about nothing. All right, now here's the light spot. The bottom's the heavy spot. So again, you mark it like that so you know where to add the weight on the top. That's what I'm going to do here with the marker. Like, you guys probably can't see it, like I said, because I'm using a regular marker, but you could use like a crayon if you want to see it like brighter. Brad, calm down. Earl said it was a mistake with his phone. Obviously, he's not deleting you now, so he mustn't have meant it, or he would have kept doing it. It was a mistake. So just, guys, just don't get into a thing on here. Yeah, I know, Earl. Like I said, obviously you didn't want to purposely delete him because you would have kept doing it. It was a mistake. You told him it was a mistake. Brad needs to accept your apology. You did it by accident. So just, guys, get along. We all like this hobby. There's no need in bickering about something, some little mistakes or anything. All right, this is the last wheel. I got her marked up, so let's see how much weight this one takes. I'll start off with one section of the smashed fishing lead weight and see what that does. Put it on the side you marked. That's light, and you hold it right in place. I'm doing this with a little piece of tape, like I said, for now, until I get that glue I want to hold them in better. All right, let's see what this does. Clayton, it's hard for me to remember all these people. When someone tells me, oh, when they want something like one of the grips or something I make on my site, they tell me, oh, email me when you make new ones, and they want me to remember to email them and stuff. I can't remember because I go so crazy with all these people and the stuff on YouTube that I'll never remember about if I have something to give away like that. It's like I can't guarantee. It's like impossible. Yeah, I understand, Brad, how you got upset and now you're like weary of it. So I kind of know how you feel. All right, this one still looks light on the top, so I need to add a little bit more. So I'm just going to add a bigger piece and see how that works out. Ooh. Okay, 11 Charlie, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. All right, let's see this here. I think I still have to add some more weight. Yeah, you can see the weights on the top here still. going to just cut a larger one here and see if I could figure this one out. But just putting the one piece here. Balancing tires and wheels. I guess ain't that bad to do. Damn, this one's out of balance a lot. I put a big chunk on there. It's still up. I need to add more on this sucker. This is a bad one. So I'm going to put, that's pretty much a lot of weight there for these little wheels. I wonder if I'm the first guy ever to be live balancing tires and wheels. All right, let's see what that does. Got a lot of lead in the bottom of this beauty. Maybe a little bit too much. Yep, just a hair bit too much. Let me try looking at these. Brian, don't worry, it's all good. Massive clouds, RC. Massive clouds. Yeah, these work good, these balancing rigs. You could use, this is an Intigi, or you could use one of these Dubro. You can't fit like big monster tires. These are like probably a little wider. You could put this on the outside and get another ½ inch. This is meant for like tires like this and smaller. Whereas this machine here, you could fit a large big monster truck like the one I had, the tire from the Fox, the Mad Force. I just take a little bit of lead from this piece here and we'll see if that works. All right, let's see how much that does. Maybe still too much, yeah. Need to take out a little bit more, it looks like. You have to play around with the weights. Usually when they're not that bad out of balance, if you use the clay, it's real simple. But when you have these out of balance ones like these that are a lot out of balance, or big monster trucks, you got to add the weights and keep cutting them and get it. You don't have to get it perfect, but you get it close. And it works much better. Takes a little time, but once you're done, well worth it. If you've seen my last video that I did, the Mad Force tires and wheels, the big ones for my Fox, you've seen when I did it, and then I showed it on the ground when you floored it. It was smooth, none of the suspension moved. Before I did that, if I floored it on the ground upside down, the whole suspension kept going up and down and wiggling. It was so bad. Let's see what that did. Take care, Earl. Thanks for stopping in. If you're talking to me or you're talking to 11 Charlie, I don't know. RC mount guard. I do the tires on my motorcycle the same way, but I had to build the balancer myself. Yeah, you don't realize how much better the tires work when you balance them. It looks pretty close because it's going real slow. You could see it's barely going to the bottom, so I gotta take just a little bit probably off still. Let me get a new piece of tape here too while I'm at it. I may have taken too much off. RC definitely need to try balancing. Yeah, once you learn how to do it and you get them done, you'll feel a difference. I don't know if you guys ever hold up your cars and when you floor them, like say if you hold them up and floor them, you can feel it just wiggling and wobbling. Once you balance the tires and you floor it, you don't even feel it moving in your hand. So it's much smoother. Oh, you were talking to 11 Charlie? My bad. Brad Kilman, how much is the balancer? I think one of these, oops, the Dubro one, I think might be like 29 bucks. This is good. This is a real nice one. You put the wheel in between these two cones and it holds up and it spins on these discs like a bearing. Oops, sorry guys. I'll spin it up here. See how it spins? So that works really good. It spins real free. This one's nice. You could do this size tire a little bigger, like wider. And this one I think was like $29. These ones here, I think because they come with all them adapters I showed you to fit the different wheels, they go for like 39 or 49 bucks. This one works good for most stuff, like 1/10 scale, like this and everything. The 1/8 scale buggy tires. It's just them big, fat, wide monster truck tires. It doesn't fit them in it. So if you don't have those big tires, the Dubro one here is perfect. That looks pretty good almost. As you can see it spinning. I may have to take maybe not. There might be maybe a hair off. You can see it going down. I got to take a hair, just a little bit less off that, and it should work like a beauty. Just a little bit more. You know what the problem is too? If you can find real lead sinkers for fishing, because these are like them ones they mixed like regular metal with them. They're not like as heavy, so you have to put more on it. If you can find the real lead ones. See, I took off a little bit there. Let's see what that does. Alrighty. This may be the deal breaker. This may work. Wakey RC's in the house. What's up? Thanks for coming in, checking me out. RC MAD. This will do X Max wheels. This screws in from the bottom with 4 screws. So if you put like spacers, like long ones, like I put these little spacers to raise it a little bit. If you get a little higher spacers, like a couple plastic washers with longer screws, you can make it as high as you want. So you can make this thing go down here to hold a bigger tire and wheel. Right now, this one, I don't know if the X Max will fit. The Mad Force ones fit easy on here. So you could make it higher by just putting washers with longer screws. Wakey saying his tires for his Mighty Thunder feel like they have concrete in them. Yeah, if you hold up your truck and you floor it and you feel it wiggling like crazy and the A-arms are moving, it's good to balance the tires. All right, this looks like it's pretty good, guys. You can see how slow it's turning. That means it's like near perfect when it turns really slow like that. It's a little bit light now, but I want them a little bit light because when I cover them with the shoe goo, it's going to get a little, the glue, it's going to get a little heavier, so it should work out perfect. That's good. Now I'm just going to super glue these in until I could go to the store and pick me up a new tube of that shoe glue. I use that stuff so much the tubes go like water. Once you use that goop glue, forget it. You're hooked. You use it on everything. So I'm just going to use a little dab of CA glue to hold these weights in place. That's what I did with all of them so far. And I'm just going to coat them with a little thin layer of that goop glue. Now, these are all done. One coat of that goop glue and I'll be set. My Mad van will run like smooth beauty. Earl RC saying, I definitely think my stock Stampede wheels need to be balanced. I have a few of those crawler wheel weights that I can use. Yeah, you could do it how I do it and stick them on with a light piece of this like tape. And then once you find it where it's almost perfect, just do what I did. You could dab a little CA glue, let it dry, then coat around it with that goop glue. You know, when you put that on, it's hard to come off. Just coat over them with a thin little layer and barely around them, hitting the edge of the wheel so you don't put a lot of weight. And that'll hold them on. That's what I usually do, and they hold on real good. And you'll feel a difference, Earl, when you hold your Stampede and you floor it. You'll be like, it'll be so much smoother. Even if you're on the front tires or out of balance when you're driving, it makes them kind of wiggle so it don't drive as smooth. The back too, you don't realize the whole time when they're out of balance. The car, how it feels in your hand bouncing around. Just imagine when you're on the ground, it's doing it on the ground also. Yeah, and like Bob is saying there, Altered RC, the bearings when you have, I'll show you right now. Say you have this and you have the axle coming out with the bearing, the carriers, the A-arms. when your car tire's out of balance and it wiggles like this, sometimes the A-arm will go up and down with the tire on it. Someone's flooring a car over here outside. Well, anyway, they'll move around like that, and it puts stress on all the bearings and everything. Everything wears out more, and even the tires will wear out not good because they're out of ram when you're going fast. They'll wear out more too, so your tires don't last as long. So I guess someone's flooring something down the street. So I guess this Flex Seal type tape that I used on my Fox, the Mad Force tires and wheels, that worked good because there was a lot of room in them wheels and you could hold the weights down with this. If you look at my other balancing video I just did, on these, because there was so many weights in them and there wasn't a lot of room in the wheel, I couldn't really stick them down with this. I may be able to cut a thin strip and go over. I'm going to have to check out later. I might do that and cut a thin strip and go over them, because I think you might be able to do it. But you could see, I don't know if you guys will see, I'll hold it up here. Could you see the weights, or is it too dark? Maybe if I shine the light, you could see them better. Let me see. It's too bright. See the weights in there? It's too much weights for the plastic, the size of it, so you're better off using the shoe glue and coating over them to hold them in better, because the tape, you can't fit in this small wheel with this many weights. So I'm just going to coat them with a thin layer of that goop glue later on when I pick up a tube. But they're all balanced pretty good now. This should run real smooth now. It'll be perfect. Take care, Brad. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the thumbs up on your way out if you can, if you didn't do it. Appreciate it. So yeah, balancing your tires. Not a lot of people do it, but once you do it and you learn how to do it and you can feel a difference on your car when you hold it and drive it, you'll be glad you learned how to do it, and you'll be glad that you bought a balancer and started balancing the tires. Not all tires have to be balanced. Sometimes you'll get some like this that they'll be balanced, like maybe one wheel will be almost perfect. You don't even have to do it. Some of them will be bad. The little touring car ones, a lot of the times you don't have to balance them too much, but it's mostly when you do like the 2.2s and like these tire size and the bigger ones, you want to balance them because there's so much weight to them. When this spins up fast, if it's out of balance, it really throws the weight, whereas a small little tire, you don't notice it. So it's good to do it on like 2.2s and stuff like that, especially. Well, that wasn't that bad. They were pretty bad, them Kyosho MAD van tires and wheels, but it wasn't that bad to do them. I'm doing it live, and when you're live, it's even harder. When you're doing it by yourself, just doing it, you could balance them quicker. But for some reason, I always do these challenging things like trying to fix my broken cloudbuster when I don't have the instructions, and I just buy the parts on live, and I'm like, oh. But now I got this extra lead here. What I do is I save this with the balancing machine in the bag over here. I'll throw it in here, and then when I need to do more tires and wheels, I could do it. But this is pretty good, this machine here. They have, so I don't know what size hexes are. Maybe it says in the instructions here. Nope, they don't. But it has, this is like the 1/8 scale size. The hex, that's for balancing like buggies and like the Fox and probably the Traxxas cars. This looks like a 1/5 or 1/4 scale they give you to balance them big 1/4 scale tires. This one too is probably like the 1/5 1/4 scale. They probably use a little bit different. Some are bigger, some are a little smaller. And then the one in here was for like the Stampede size hexes. I think they're like 14 millimeter. And then this one looks like, no, this one looks like a 14 millimeter. This might be 12 millimeter. I'm not sure. They should have engraved it on here, but they didn't. I guess they figured you have the wheel, you'll find which one fits. But this is a good tool. It has a lot of stuff that comes with it. Colton Ramsey's in the house. He says he's playing with the SCX-24. There you go. Yeah, RC Mod Squad, the bigger the tires, the worse they are at a balance. It's important to balance the bigger large ones because you get more mass thrown off, like your real car tire, because they're so big. If they're off a little bit, it's a lot because they're bigger. Earl RC, those smashed fishing weights are a great idea if you don't have those crawler wheels. Yeah, I have a lot of fishing stuff, you probably know. So I just open a box, boom, on the cement floor. Custom weights right there. Wakey wants some Chinese ribs. Earl says he wish he had that lossy DBX. Yeah, that's nice. I emailed Kyosho again and I told him, I asked them if they can make a Blizzard XL. No, my Blizzard, if they can make a Blizzard XL, like half more longer and bigger and like half the more size larger, I think that would be cool as hell. This is the second time I emailed them. Maybe they'll listen. I hope if they came out with a Blizzard, because it's kind of small, it's like, if it was half the size longer, it would be awesome. Mackerel. It's not mackerel hunter. It's pickerel hunter. Mackerel hunter does sound cool, but it's the wrong type of fish. Pickerel hunter has a lot of lead weights and fishing lures. I just got a custom mold because I make my own lures. So I figured I bought a custom mold to pour my own the jerk bait, the ones that look like the fish, the rubber jerk baits. I got one of them molds, so I have to try it out and pour the plastisol in there to make my own lures because I've been making my own molds and it's hard. So if you could buy the molds, you can make them yourself. Pickled mackerel. They call me the pickle hunter. Some of the guys on my other channel, pickle hunter. Yeah, so now all I got to do is break this in. I was doing it in the beginning of the show, but I put it on the opposite side of the garage and they could hear it in the mic. So I was like, oh, I better shut it off. So to break this in, I'm just going to leave it with the wheels off. It's better to break it in with the wheels off if you're not going to take the motor out. And just put the throttle trim so it runs slow and let it run for 10, 20 minutes or so to break in the brushes on the brushed motors. It'll make it last longer. I still got to do that. And I don't know if I'm going to put that bumper out the back or what I'm going to do. I got my stickers here. I was thinking maybe cutting these like an oval and putting the Shen RC on there. I don't know. It's kind of big though. It's kind of too big. Maybe I could trim around it. But it looks good the way it is. Here's one I trimmed. I was thinking of putting on. Something like this. Let me see if I could get it in position. Take off that Mad Van sticker and put like the Shen RC on it. I don't know. I'll probably just leave it. I like the colors they give you extra. These ones here. Oh, there goes my parts. They give you these nice stickers, but it's kind of stupid because you have to peel all these off, and it's a pain in the butt to peel all these off. Who the hell wants to peel them? They should have gave it to you with the windows on, the lights on, and everything else off, so you could have a choice. They give you 2 decal sheets. Because I probably would have went with this one, you know, the orange and stuff would look better on the brown van, but who the hell wants to peel it all off? I'm not peeling all these off. It's insane to peel them off. Maybe I'll keep those if they come out with clear bodies. Then at least you'll have them that type of decal you could put on it if you paint. Like imagine painting it black with those orange decals on there. It would probably look pretty good. Where is the little bear hawk? I don't know where the hell that went. I think I might have gave it to the guy I know or my niece or something. I gave that little one away to someone. I'm hoping they'll come out with the clear bodies. Even if maybe Kyosho comes out with pre-painted ones like this that are like orange or red or black, they probably sell a lot of them because I love the van, but to be honest, this color here, it's milky brownish champagne, like a maroonish rose color in the brown coppery color. I don't know who the heck at Kyosho picked this color for this van. I could see if they made it more gold, like gold, so it looked like the vans back in the day, but this color, ugh, it's like vomit. Kyosho Vomit Van, they should have called it. Evil Souls here. Stopped in. Thanks for stopping. He says, is that a kit version? Or is there a kit version? No, there's only a ready to run. I don't know if they'll ever do a kit version because with these phaser series, like I have the old one here. This is the Mad Bug. This is the generation before the phaser series chassis. And they usually make like this, like a monstery truck with bigger tires. They'll make a rally card and they'll have the on-roads. And they never had like a kit with these, so I don't think they'll make a kit with the van. Yeah, this would look cool as a crawler. Let me go check a second one of my crawlers, see if the wheelbase will actually look good on it. I'll be right back in a second. The only thing I got close in a crawler that looks like you might be able to put this van body on would be this Temper Gen 2. I don't know how you would do it. You'd probably have to jack it up high as hell, but that may work with like wheel extenders. It's pretty close to the, oh wait, this is turned. It's pretty close to the wheelbase. It's not that off. And maybe, let me see the CCO one here. The CC01's pretty close. You might be able to get away with it. Like that. If you wanted a van. Let me see the commentary and a reflection on it. It's hard to see. I pity the fool, sucker. Squid Farm Hell, this guy talks funny. Ha ha ha. Let me talk to you in the Pickerel Hunter voice. Pickerel Hunter here. That's my other channel. I do 1,000,000 voices. I could do Hulk Hogan, brother. Randy Macho Man Savage. Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah. I'm like a comedian. Let me put these away here, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. Yeah, you probably could get it to work on those chassis if you wanted it to for a crawler, but I don't know. I wouldn't bother with this color thing for a crawler. Maybe if they had a different color. Earl RC says, everyone talks funny. There is no normal way to sound. I can't help my voice. It's how it is. Pickerel Hunter. Wakey RC, I have another channel, YouTube channel for fishing. It's called Fishing with PH. Stands for Pickerel Hunter. And the whole time when I'm narrating, I'm talking like, I talk like this, like Pickerel Hunter here. I'm gonna catch some beauties in their natural habitat. Let's go fishing. I talk different in it. You gotta check it out. You'll probably like it. Yeah, or Evil Soul, if you painted one like metallic black, and then you put the optional stickers on like this color here with the black body, I bet you that would look sweet. I think if Kyosho starts selling a lot of these, they should just come out with different colors, like a red one, maybe a green, blue, metallic gold, or like metallic red with the big flakes. Luke Alberti, I hope I said it right. It's kind of far, I can't see. Could you do an update video on your Gen 8? Pros and cons. I could do that, but I'll tell you right now, so far I had it. I don't have it here. I usually have it here. I'm loving it. Everything's nice on it. The only thing I didn't like was the lump on the bottom, but now you could buy the skid plate for the new one. They made it flat. And do that little mod I did on the steering horn to take the bump steer away. And it works perfect. I like it. I had no problems. I like the truck a lot. Let me look at these comments here. Colton Ramsey, he says I should make an indoor 124. Yeah, I got the table here because I used to have a big I used to have my own club for racing slot cars, 1/32 in HO scale. You'll see some videos of, like, I didn't put them up a lot, of some tracks I used to have, but I have a table here. I actually one time made a table for the 1/24 scale tanks with the IR battling. I made it all with buildings and dirt and everything. It was nice, but no one got into doing it, so I finally said the hell with it. I took it down. I was thinking of doing a 1/24 on the table for the little guys, but I said to myself, I'll probably get 1 or 2 guys, then no one will do it. I won't get more people because there's no one here that's into this stuff like me, and I'll waste my time and I'll have it sitting here. But I did actually think of making a 1/24 thing on the table behind me here. It would probably be neat. Filthy KRC says,
you should do Glenn from the Superstore. Jonah, oh God, Jonah, you're doing it wrong.
Wakey RC's asking the diameter. I'm behind on this, so I'm trying to look at this. He's asking the diameter. They're exactly 100 almost percent. They almost look exactly like lunchbox tires, exactly. If you know what a lunchbox is, the Tamiya. That's echo on the microphone. Yeah, I do a lot of voices. I could act like an old man and stuff like that, Sonny. I do. I'm like a comedian. I could do like everything. I got a funny voice, but I could do all different voices. It's weird. I got the spoiler for this. I don't know how it goes on. Let me see if I can get the spoiler out for the van here real quick. Got it in the box down here. Oh, everywhere I put my arm, I pull up an RC car. Look at that. I tried these wheels and tires on the MAD van. They looked cool on it too. The ECX amp. Where could I put this? Here's the wing they give you. I have my fishing video. If you check it out, I have one where I do Bobby Hill.
And I do Hank. That's propane, son.
I do all different voices. Yeah, you see this? You're supposed to bolt on and drill out. They have little dimple holes. But I think I might put it on and just put it on the post and leave it like that with maybe stick tape. Because I don't want to drill holes in the body because then it might damage the body and tear through. I guess you have to cut this out. Yeah, you got to cut it right around here. They have it marked out. So you got to cut it out if you want, drill the holes. And then there's marked holes on the body on the top. You drill them out and they give you the little screws with the nuts. You put it on. But if I do it, I think I'm just going to drill out the post holes so I could put it on with the post with the body clip and just leave it like that. Because I don't think drilling holes in here. Actually, it's real thick, the back of the body. Like they made it really, really thick. It's real good. so you probably wouldn't matter if you drill out and put it on. But I think it's kind of nice if you just put the holes in this and use the body clips with stick tape. That way, if you ever want to, if you destroy this, you can take it off and there won't be the holes in the top of the van. So that's how I'm going to do mine if I decide to put this little spoiler on there. Oops. Yeah, J Concepts and RC four-wheel drive. Proline makes some nice monster truck tires. Wakey RC, can you do an Aussie accent? I can't do it, like, because you guys are asking me. I can't do it, but if I just do it, I'll do it. I might. Like that kind of a thing. RC Bassman, RC four-wheel drive are pricey. Yeah, they make a lot of tires though. The wing is a must if you go brushless on 3S Filthy Co. And this thing will have trouble cutting through the wind at a 3S brushless speed with this box shape. It's pretty quick stock. I think it's like 25 on 2S. The ESC in here, it only lets you use 2S though. Too bad it wasn't a 3S because you probably could have ran it. Yeah, barbecue. That the altered RC. J Concepts is nice for like the clodbusters too. They make all those wheels and the nice different types of styles of those tires. It's pretty good. Guys liked it with these wheels on it. These are RC four-wheel drive, that little 1.9 super swampers or mud slingers. They're the mud slingers. My next purchase is Goop Glue. Barbecue Altered RC is a wheelie post that comes out of the back of the van. Optional. You gotta trim. Yeah. Let me see if I got it. It should be in this box. I don't know where the hell I put it. It's probably on the table. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think you gotta cut. See that? I don't know if you guys could see it. I'm trying to. There's a little indentation here. You gotta cut it out. And then this is it's like a bar. It ain't like a wheelie bar. It's like almost like a roll cage type bar. I think you gotta unscrew. You see this piece here, this section? You gotta unscrew that, and I think it goes right on where that goes, like that. And this sticks out the van in the back. The only thing good about this is I think when it sticks out of the van, when you crash, I don't think it'll mangle because I think it protects from the back from hitting. So that might be a good idea to put this on. The back of this body is pretty thick. It feels pretty good and strong though. Yeah, I think I might go with the wing, like I said, and just have it so you put it on and off, so you could take it on and off instead of like bolting it on. Basher Boy says it sticks out like it don't look like nothing, like a ledge, like a pipe sticking out. It looks like a bicycle rack. You know how you put the bikes on them? So if you get a little scale bicycle, if you're into that type of thing, you could put a little bicycle on the back. Feels pretty good, the plastic, but I don't know. I like the van. The van's definitely, the van chassis is definitely a lot better than the older version here, because the older version, when you push on it, it gets stuck in the front, don't even bottom out. You feel like you have to bend the A-arms to get it to almost bottom out, like it doesn't have a lot of travel. Then the back goes down. The MAD van, it just has smooth travel, and the chassis bottoms out with the tires on it too, and they're even bigger than these. So to me, the second generation, this chassis is a lot better than this one here. But this looks nice as hell. That's why I bought it. It's a cool looking bug right here. It looks really nice. This is brushless also. It came in a brushless, but it's not that fast of a brushless. I only think it does like 25 with the brushless. Earl RC saying you could screw ball bearing each side of the wheelie bar. Yeah, but I don't even think this thing's gonna do a wheelie. It's like really solid, and it looks like it doesn't do wheelies. So I don't even think you need that wheelie bar on there. CCX Tony didn't even put his on, but Evil Souls turning his Baja 36cc into a Kraken. That's cool. Yeah, Filthy Code, them crawlers ain't meant to be brushless 3S. The only one I've seen that takes fast speeds is that TRX4. Could go pretty quick and handle the power. I probably don't need the wheelie bar with any like rollers on it, because I'll probably never have a faster motor in here. I'll probably leave it stock because it's probably perfect the way it is. I think if you make it too much faster, it may make it like you'll mess up the body probably like hell, because I know with the lunchbox, because they're square to bodies, when you flip over, they boom and they stay like that and they scrape. Whereas you use another car and it keeps rolling, these slap into the ground because they're flat on the top, a big flat spot. They go boom really hard, puts a lot of strain on all the body posts and stuff. It probably would have been good if they had the. Well, this 14-turn large can motor is actually pretty good. I don't know. Probably, I bet you, probably like a 3300 kV system probably be good in this. Like what I have in this one here. I think I have. No, I think it is. This a 3000? This might be a 3300 kV I put in this. The brushless system's perfect. Probably would be good in here too, like a 3000, 3300. I think anything faster won't be good in this chassis. It's be too much for it. I just keep picturing this mad van with the drifting tires and wheels on it, like I put on my Tamiya one where I did that drift video. I can see this thing drifting around with the wing on the back. That thing would look funny. Evil Soul with 3S blow up 80 amp ESC. If it's 3S capable and it's 80 amp, it shouldn't blow it out as long as you use the proper motor that ain't going to draw more than it's rated at. This one here has a brushed ESC. It's 60 amps, but it's only rated for the 2S, so you can't use a 3S in there. It's only 2S capable. Yeah, Earl RC, it looks like for regular like RCs, like a 3000, 3300 kV is usually what I put in them, because you don't want to destroy them. Then when you get them stronger ones, you could put a little higher in there. You don't want to really put it like a fast one in these, or like the Tamiya ones. Like I put like I think a 3000 in a few of those. You don't want to go too crazy. A 3S. Filthy Coat 3S. The van will probably blow apart. Parts will be falling out of the back. You'll be picking them up down the street. Yeah, that's one thing I looked at this. My other Mad Bug 2 also has the plastic out drives. It has the steel dog bones, but the out drives, they're like plastic. I don't know how strong of a, that's why I said I don't know, putting a brushless system in there that's pretty powerful. I don't know if I would trust it with these plastic out drives that connect to the dog bones. Is it metal drivetrain? No, it's got like a fibrous, like a plasticky fibrous stiff. It's a drive shaft. It's like a plastic, but it's a stiff one. It's kind of like almost like they impregnated it with fibers, kind of like graphite-y looking. And I don't know about the gears in this one. I don't know if they're steel or not. Let me see. I don't know if it'll show you in the book here. I know that the diffs are filled with fluid, so that's pretty good. Oil filled. They show you putting together the diffs, like the gears and stuff, and it's oil filled, but they don't say if it's metal or not, but it does screw on, so it might be metal. I'm not sure. They show you how to fill it up here. A diff. But they don't say if it's a metal gears or anything like that. I don't know if they say on the box anything about metal. I have it over there. Only way you'll know is if you take it apart. I'm not going to take it apart unless I blow one out, so. I'm with you, Earl. I like to use the 2S. It looks like when you use the 3S all the time, you're just out to blow up everything and break all parts, and you know you're gonna have to buy parts and take it apart, maybe switch gears and crap. 2S, when you got a 2S set up right, it's fast enough. When you put 3S set up in there, it's so fast. It's like, to me, anything over that, it's like you use it just for a speed run. That's how I feel, but a lot of these guys like them cars with the 6S packs that go so fast, it's crazy. Faster they are, the faster they blow apart. That's my theory. Especially if you hit something. I remember I tried the 3S in my, I had that Raider XL, the brushless version, the big Raider. What the hell is it? The Arma. And I always use it with 2S, and it's fast. It's fast enough. It's like really fast. You're like, holy crap, this is pretty quick. And then I put that 3S in it. I'm telling you, when you were floored, almost like halfway, 3/4 of the way, if you just did it a little bit too fast anytime, the front would lift right up. It would be like out of control. It would blow over. Filthy Kill says 3S only, even in his brush rig. Evil Soul wants to get an X Max 8S. Yeah, them new Armas, they're like crazy fast. It's insane. And you can't even, it's like I see guys testing them, and it's like they can't even run them on a smooth straight thing real long because they're making them so fast. And then you got to watch out. You see there's people's cars parked right where they're flooring it. What happens if the thing flies up like how they crash, flies out of control and hits the guy's car on the side and puts a big dent in it? You're up shit's creek if you do something like that. You got to realize those things are moving so fast. They're so dangerous. Filthy cow. They call me 3S Phil. All right, Wakey RC, thanks for stopping in. If you didn't hit the thumbs up for me, if you could nail it on the way out, I appreciate it. Earl RC, the Tamiya stock cans, the regular kit motors, they handle 3S real good. I know guys with the clodbusters, you don't want to spend a lot of money to make them faster. They just run 3S in them, and they say they handle it night and day. They run the hell out. But once you start putting 3S in like a lower turn motors and stuff, they're going to smoke up after a while. Oxford RC's in the house. Thanks for stopping in. Or if He says, love my infraction so fast, but I would love the Mad van. I don't know how you guys would ride other RC cars after driving those fast things. Going from that super speed to one of these is probably, I can't imagine, you probably think it's like a crawler after riding those fast, crazy speed RCs. You guys have those infractions and stuff. I don't have nothing too fast. I think I got the fastest one is my Arma Raider, the brushless XL version. I think that goes 60 plus. And then like my Nitro 1/8 scale Offna buggy, I think that goes like 45 or something, or 50. But when after you drive them and you drive a regular RC that goes 25, it feels slow. So I can't imagine driving like an 80-mile-an-hour one. Then trying to go drive something like this Mad van, it probably feels like a rock crawler. RC Master, I put a 3S in my TRX4 and slash Ultra. Yeah, the Traxxas one's handled in 3S, and I'm surprised. The TRX4 like I have, them some guys put the brushlesses in there with 3S, and they're not fast because they're still slow, but they're a lot of RPM and they're going way faster than they're supposed to go, and they jump them and beat on them. They handle the power really good. I'm surprised. That's a good truck. Yeah, you don't want to take that infraction off-road. Evil Soul, love Tamiya kits. Yeah, I got a lot of Tamiyas. If you look on my channel, I got a lot of Tamiyas. This is a Tamiya right here. Street Rover. They're only 50C. What are you talking about? The lipos you're running? 50C rating? Yeah, it just, when you try to 3S, you know you're going to break stuff much more. So just be warned, 3S is going to give you, sure, you'll get the speed out of it, but you're going to get the damage that comes along with the speed. Oxford RC, when are you going to run the van? Well, I just balanced these tires from the show I did here. I balanced them because they're out of balance. So I balanced them up. I got to break it in still. I was going to do it on the show here, but it was so noisy. I put it on the side of the garage, so I had to shut it off. And then that's it. It's really done. I just got to run it now. But I don't know when I'm going to run it because over here right now it's getting like really cold. It's going to be like 15 degrees. I think overnight, and it's going to be crappy weather, and I think we're supposed to get some snow. Maybe if we get a little bit of snow, maybe I'll take the Mad van out in the snow and get a little bit of footage. I don't know. It probably look cool in the snow. It's got the nice tires to go through the snow if we don't get too much here. RC Master, all my stuff is broke. Yeah, and if you don't fix them, you keep leaving stuff broken, and you have a lot of RCs, then you're like, oh my God, there's so many broken that when you have to fix it, you're going to be going crazy. Yeah, Earl, don't let them pile up broken, because after a while, you're going to be overwhelmed with so many broken ones. You're going to be like, oh my God. You're going to be looking at them. Oh my God, I got like 10 broken now. I try to fix them as soon as they break, because if you just keep leaving them, then you I know it's sometimes I don't fix them neither, but I try to get the parts. Sometimes you can't even get some of the parts for them. It's always good to try to do it fast before leaving it for like months, then you forget. And then you're like, oh, you have another one broken, and you're like, oh crap, all my RCs are broken. You wake up one day with piles of parts. Whatever happened to my lovely RC collection, you say to yourself. You have a big shelf of your nice collection, and now it's all parts. Like a junkyard. I used to have Evil Soul. I used to have the Nitro when they had Nitro and it was big. I used to have a lot of Nitros. I used to have the HPI, the Savage. It was a good truck. Yeah, Earl. If you don't start fixing them now, you'll be having so many. You'll be renting on them for months. And we'll be like, what happened to Earl? What happened to Earl? We don't hear from him anymore. We finally hear from you, and he's like, oh, he's working on his cars. I've been working on these for months. RC Mod Squad. All right. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good day. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, that ain't that bad. Minor repairs on 5 or 6. Take care, RC Mod Squad. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I got anything broken. I think I got something broken, or 2 of them. I know I got one of them little Fei trucks. I actually had 2. I gave one, the wheeled one. They're them little ones I did the videos, the blue and red. I gave it to the guy next door. He broke the gear in his. So I was like, I had the tracked version that I had, the tracked red one. And I was like, I never used. I took the gear out and gave it to him. So now I have this tracked version one here. And it needs a gear for the one that rides on the rear gear, the pumpkin gear, the bevel gear. Yeah, Earl, I understand. Evil Soul says he has his HPI Savage 4.6 Big Block. I had the HPI Savage, and I don't know if you remember, they sold that big crazy motor for, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. It was something like I got this Truckzilla conversion. It had like a big motor. I don't know what the hell size it was, but it was a big motor, and I got that, and I had it in mine, the Truckzilla, I think it was called. I forgot. I still have my Savage motor. It was like barely broken in. It's brand new. I have it, and I put the after-on oil in it. I have it under the table in a package. It's like brand new, the motor. I kept it because I have an off the 1/8 scale buggy. I figured, oh, if I ever blow that motor, I could put that in there. But now I only have 2 nitro cars because they made the brushless and the lipo one so fast now that I had so many nitros and got rid of them. I hardly use my nitros, so I'll probably never ever use that motor. It'll be sitting there forever. It'll be a classic. Ooh, it's cold in this garage. I can feel it. The garage has the heaters and stuff in it, but it stays warm, not like a normal garage. But because it got so cold out, I can feel it. I'm freezing my knees, my feet, my hands. It gets cold in here, pretty cold. Savage for $50. Oh, a nitro one. Yeah, what happens, they get all gummied up and everything, and the fuel lines and all the passageways through the carburetor, if they don't use them, especially if they left the fuel in there, they get all gummed up and you have to clean it out. And probably 90% of the people, they don't put after run oil in there and turn over the motor a lot to get it coated on everything. If you leave it for that many years and you just ran it and left it, the piston and everything could get all rust on it, and everything could get rusty inside the motor. Evil Soul saying HPI gear is hard to get. Yeah, I think HPI, someone bought them and they're supposedly supposed to come out, and they're supposed to be, I think they're out now. I don't know who it is, but they're saying that they're going to be able to get more parts easy in the kits, and they're going to be more distributed. So it'll be like not as hard to get stuff. But I don't know about them old nitro stuff. It's probably hard to get parts for those. You could see your own breath. That's cold. It's not as cold. It's not cold because, like I said, the boilers and the water heaters are in the garage, but it's still like it's cold as hell. Like you can feel like you're freezing. Oxford RC is asking if I'll go brushless if the banner stays stock. I'm probably gonna leave it stock because I have the I don't know if you've seen on my channel, I have the Hellcat, the Challenger. It's the same chassis, but with shorter A-arms, smaller shocks. And on a 2S LiPo, it does 25. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. I think for this thing, I don't know if you would want it to go any faster than it does, maybe 30 miles an hour to most. I don't know. It just looks like if you make it too much faster, you're going to blow it apart. Especially with the body. I know Basher Boy said with his RC Basher Boy, he tested his and he said he flipped his a little bit and the body gets really scuffed because, like I was saying before, it's so flat. When you flip these van bodies like the Lunchbox, they nail really hard into the ground and they scrape and they get so ruined. They don't tumble like the normal cars. Got all lead on my table. I'm just trying to clean it off. Oh, speaking of Basher Boy, there he is. Hello, Basher Boy. You missed him. I tried so many different tires and wheels. I think 1, 2, 3, like 4 different wheels and tire combos on here. And the Mad Bug tires and wheels look pretty good on here. And this is actually the Street Rover it looked cool with the wide tires with the chrome wheels. And then the guys liked when I had these beauties on it. They look pretty neat on there. The spoked wheels. Evil Soul, the only nitros I have is an Offna Ravager 1/8 scale buggy, and then I have RC10 GT, the second version with the blue straight chassis. That's the only two I have left. No videos. Any plans for the SCX24? I modded this a lot. If you look at my videos, I did a lot of the lower center gravity and stuff. The only thing I might want to do is get, now that companies are making parts for them, I might want to get those little weights for the wheels. I think Hot Racing makes little weights that goes in the wheels. That's the only thing I really want to do to it, maybe, because it works pretty good the way I have it set up now with the low center of gravity, all the stuff lower in this. Basher boy, mine is scraping. The body will see scratches if you bash it often. Yeah, Basher boy, that's what's nice. Like when you drive it, like how Tony did, he has the grass and stuff. They don't get that bad when you drive like our spots, like especially, you know, the spot I go, that rock, it's like a solid rock with all loose rock. When you flip the RCs on there, they get, forget it, road rash. It's nice to have like smooth dirt or grass, like the low grass, like dead grass. Yeah, Earl, that would have been a good purchase. You just clean it up, get the gummy stuff off of it from the fuel. It would probably came out pretty good. Any news on the leaky shock? Yeah, actually, I contacted Kyosho last night, and I also asked them again to make the Blizzard XL like double as large in my comment for you email them. But we'll see about that. This one was leaking like a sieve. So what I did is I unscrewed the bottom cap. There's a trick I do. I got to do a video on it, guys. It's really good. Say your O-rings are leaking in your shock, and it's always leaking, like this was yesterday. I unscrewed. I'll show you what I do here now, but I'm going to make a video eventually. Know how you unscrew the shock bottom, the cap, and it'll have like an O-ring, then another O-ring? What I did is I got a piece of the thick Lexan from like a body or something, or a container. I used my reamer and I made a hole the size of the shaft of the shock so it slides through it. Then I cut around it and I made a little washer. I put it, the O-ring down, I put that little washer, then I put the O-ring, and what that does is it raises the O-ring up a little bit more. So when you screw the cap down, it squishes the O-rings more and it makes them seal better on the shaft. So that's what I did, and it stopped the leaking. But I emailed Kyosho just in case if they want to send me new O-rings or a shock. But that's a trick I do. I got to make a video showing how to do it, because if you ever have, like, you think, oh, I got to buy new O-rings, they're leaking around the shaft, you could just get a plastic washer that fits in there a little bit like the size of the O-ring, put it in between the two O-rings or on top of the one, and when you screw it down, it'll squeeze the O-rings more because they get squished after a long time. It'll squeeze it a little more, compress it in there, and it'll make it fit tighter around the shaft, and they'll stop leaking. So that's a trick I did. So if you want to try that out, if you see you got some leaky O-rings like this had out of the box, now it's not leaking, but hopefully maybe Kyosho will send me a new shock or O-rings that I can put in there in the future if they start leaking. No videos, no videos. Do you buy all your cars or do they get some sent to you? Probably like 98, 99%, 98, 99% I buy all my cars. A lot of the times I get these companies want to send me these little cars, like the little cheap ones, and 98% of the time I don't want to be bothered doing it. Only sometimes, like if you've seen like the brushless ones I did, like the 1/16 scale that I actually have an interest in that are pretty cool, I'll accept those and do it. But a lot of the times with some of them, I just don't want to be buying. It's too much work to get those little cars and then go out and film them and do the thing. And it's like, I don't want my channel to be like a lot of people start doing it. Then their whole channel is like bang good this, bang good that. The whole thing is like their whole channel. I don't want to do that because I want to do like I started this just because I love RCs and I've been making videos for how long. And I want to have like something I like this. If they ain't going to give me it to review, I'll buy it because I like it and I like RC and I like to put other stuff on the channel. Once in a while, I'll get some cheapo one, or like I said, if it's something that catches my eye, I'll accept it and do it. But a lot of the times, I wasn't bothering to do it, because it's something I ain't really into too much. Let me check these comments here. Oh, that's cool. Earl, the buggy shocks worked for you. So far, after what I did in my last video, mine ain't leaking. The fronts weren't leaking, so I hope I figured them shocks out and everyone could do it and they don't have to worry about them leaking. With what I used, the Tamiya O-rings seem to work good. Yeah, I'm hoping Evil Soul Kyosho, they at least send me, if they don't send me a shock, maybe they'll send me the O-rings just in case. That's cool. I must have got one that was built on Friday, I bet, Basher Boy. No videos. Yeah, I emailed the Kyosho like last year about it, and then because I had this leaky shock, I figured, oh, in the spot where you're right, I figured I'll throw them. I said check out my video because I did a live. You'll see the shock was leaky, so I said Shen RC, and I asked them. I said I emailed you before. I said if you could make the Blizzard half longer, like half more bigger, larger, and an XL version, oh man, that would be such an awesome vehicle if it was like half the size larger than it is now. Basher Boy, I want to tell you something about these shocks. I opened it up. The fluid in there looks like 10 weight, and I had 10 weight oil because I was going to fill them up. And I was looking in it. It was so liquidy. I was like, holy crow, it looks like water. They used 10 weight oil in these, so I topped it off and filled it up. But actually, it looks like 10 weight that's kind of soft, like really, bouncy up and down. I think if you use like 20 weight in them, it'll probably might work a lot better. So maybe in the future, I'll try putting a little thicker oil in there. Yeah, that Scorpion XL kit. I just think I would love to have, you know, had a Blizzard. It looks like the Blizzard's like this big, the tracks on it. Imagine if it was like this big, the size of like maybe a Slash. You know how big a Slash looks? Like as long as a Slash or something. That would be awesome. Wide, bigger tracks, and that would be a beauty. Yeah, RC Mastery, that too, because when it's bigger like that, you'll be able to push the snow easier. It'll be nice. I just think it would be a good idea because Kyosho does that. They have like they make like a model and they have the XL, like extra large model. If they did it with the Blizzard, it'd be awesome. I think there was a guy on here, Basher Boy. He put 15 weight in his. He said it stopped it from rolling more because when it's too soft, the body will lean and flip. He put 15 weight. He said it worked much better and handled better. So I think a little bit thicker just from playing around with it probably would work a little better. So maybe 15 is a good in between, not 20. Because this is a heavy chassis. It's kind of heavy. So it's not like the suspension ain't moving up and down easy that they have to put the thin weight oil in there. If mine all leak out after a while, I'm going to try maybe 15. I think I just got a lemon shock here, like a faulty, someone put it together funny. But that trick I said to do works, guys. If you ever think you need new O-rings, put a little washer in there and make one. It'll squish them tighter in the little compression space, and it'll stop them from leaking. We'll see what Kyosho says if they give me the new O-rings or a shock. My knees are freezing. My hands are getting freezing here, guys. My nose is running. I think I'm going to call this one off. I've been on here. What is it? I've been on since 2 o'clock. Anyhow, guys, thanks for coming in. If you want to check the beginning of the video out I did all crazy stuff, putting different wheels and tires. I showed how to balance tires. Check that out. And leave me a thumbs up if you can. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate your support. Thank you all. Without you guys, it makes me want to do the stuff more with the RCs when I get the comments and everything nice saying about the videos. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care, and I'll leave you with a beauty. See you later, guys. Let me shut this down here. I appreciate you all.